Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a tank main, look away now. You're about to see something which is absolutely disgusting. But actually, it's kind of good, but it's disgusting. So this is poor XQC. And we're going to run this clip again, and I'll explain what's happening. So you can see there's a lot of crowd control hitting him. He's getting hooked. He's getting knocked back. He's getting charged. Literally everything that's possible when it comes to crowd control is happening. So watch this. Watch the kill feed. So he gets hooked. He gets nano boosted. He tries to make it back to his team because he's out of position. He gets knocked down again. He gets up. He gets knocked down again. And look at the kill feed. Genji's killing everyone. So the comedy thing here is XQC is actually doing his job, but it feels terrible, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? In fact, it is just horrific. Like, who would play a game where you play a hero, where you just get constantly stunned over and over again? You feel like you can't do anything. You die, and your team are doing the work. Like, you're literally doing nothing. You're walking forward and getting killed. Well, enter Jeff Goodman. So this is on the Overwatch forums, and yeah, this is what he says about Brigitte. We do have one shield bash change we are playtesting right now, which is likely to hit PTR. Shield bash no longer going through barriers. This means it is a lot more tricky to land a clutch stun on an enemy Reinhardt, for example, but you can still use the ability to close distance and land melee hits to trigger the Inspire. Well, whether it's melee or melee, wherever you come from, part of the world, ladies and gentlemen, that's fine. We don't really care about that. The big thing is the stun. Like, tanking in Overwatch is a massively thankless task. This is the reason why, when you go into a game, I've noticed this, main tanks are selected very rarely. And often it'll be a DPS player who plays the main tank, plays it for one fight, then comes off the tank because it's crap, because they're dead. They feel helpless. When you look at the heroes in this game and the classifications of the heroes, so your damage, your supports, and your tanks, all of the damage feel great when they're killing stuff. You feel effective. Reinhardt is, and Winston, and Orisa as well, are unique for the tanks because what they do is create space, but it never feels great while they're doing it. Sometimes it can, but most of the time you're in this horrific stun locker of hate. You're getting stunned, you're getting knocked back, you just get like everything. You know, Doomfist punches you, Brigitte shield bashes you, and all of that. Now, why am I super interested or actually really happy for this Brigitte nerf? When you're Reinhardt, you're this massive 8-foot-tall German guy in massive armor with a 2000 HP barrier that is the front line for your team. That means you walk forward, your team follow you, or they should do, but you've got this big barrier. It's about managing your barrier. It's about knowing when to bring it up, bring it down, trying to block abilities. But then enters Brigitte, and she just walks up to you. You can see she's coming. She's coming. I'm scared. I'm like, oh my god, it's Brigitte. Ah! I don't want nothing to do with Brigitte. She's going to kill me. Like, I mean, just what? I think we EMP'd. Yeah, so we've EMP'd them, whatever, and we just kill them all. So that's fine. That was a good EMP. We waited for that. We push forward and we win. But Brigitte can walk up to the tank, shield slam you if you're Reinhardt, and then your whole team is defenseless, and then you often get destroyed, right? So you'll see things like the Shatter Bash combo. So Brigitte bashes your Reinhardt, well, the enemy Reinhardt, shield... it shatters, not shield slam, what the hell, shatters through your enemy team, and then you've just literally gone, you can't do nothing, right? It's been completely taken out of your hands, and that's the problem. You see there, like, she just walked up to me and shield bashed me. I can't do anything. All right, we got a very nice sound barrier there, and I managed to get a pretty good earth shatter off, but you cannot stop that. It's like you watch it happening. It's like I'm about to get stunned. I cannot do anything. Yeah, this is not great for me. I'm going to get wrecked. That is crap. That feels terrible. Now, the big kicker in all of this stuff is the Overwatch devs are on record saying they don't like doing things which removes control away from your hero. And then they introduce Brigitte. Obviously, we've got Doomfist, we've got, Mei. All these are the heroes that take movement away from your character. But the problem with Brig, and why, most of this video is focusing on the Brig issue, because, look at that. How can you stop? She just walked up to me and bashed me. Their Reinhardt's got shatter, 100%, right? I think he's been knocked off the map there. Or he's been knocked away. But look at this. What the hell? Well, I'm just getting... I think I got shattered there, yeah. I think I got slammed and shattered. I don't honestly even know what happened to me there. I just got completely hammered, and I'm just hoping that my team keep me alive and I can just walk forward and start swinging the hammer, right? Which they did, so thank you, team, right? But that was really touch and go. And then I'm hooked. It's like, oh my god. Okay, I'm pulled forward. I'm nearly getting killed. I don't know what I shattered there. That was absolutely terrible. But then I die. So... I did my job there, apart from wasting the shatter, but it doesn't really feel very... can I say skillful? Skillful is not the right word because it takes a different kind of skill to tank. But you're just getting smashed from every angle and it feels really, really crap. Really crap. And this goes back to the issue I discussed at the start of the video where people don't want to play tanks in Overwatch. What kind of game design promotes you not wanting to play certain heroes? I mean, hell, you could go deeper and go, well, Overwatch does a good job of making you not want to play competitive anyway. and it's probably one of the only games that I play which makes me stop playing the game because it's the game. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got another bad team. I'm not going to play again. I feel like I don't want to play. When really, all I want to do is sit down and play Overwatch. And Reinhardt is one of my favorite characters. Like, I like playing tanks, but even I come off the tanks because I don't want to just get this feeling of helplessness, getting shield bashed by Brig, just getting stunned by everybody else, and then just getting killed. And then looking around thinking, well, my team are not doing anything, blah, 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 we've got bad DPS, which often isn't the case. It's often because you're dead as the tank, right? You were not able to do your job because you just absolutely slammed. It's crazy. So, Brig. There's a big thing going on at the moment with Brig, which is all of this kind of delete Brig movement from the game. Now, Blizzard will never delete a hero from this game. That was nice as well. I got flashbanged and just... I mean, like, what? The way I died there is I just got stunned, flashbanged, and killed. I had my barrier up and... I hate it. Reinhardt should have stun immunity. Come on, Blizz. Come on, Blizz. Anyway, the whole delete Brig thing, right? Removing heroes from the game. Blizzard will never do this because it is an admission of defeat. And we all know admitting defeat invites its repetition, ladies and gentlemen. A very famous person once said. If anybody knows where that quote's from, let me know in the comments below. Or even tweet to me on Twitter. I'll see that faster. They're never going to do that, right? Because it says that they've designed a bad hero. Blizzard don't like to do that. They want to try and fix their problems rather than just say that never happened. You know, they've invested a lot of time into building these heroes. So why would you just come straight in and be like, no, let's just get rid of that hero? Brig has been very strong since she was launched. She's been repeatedly nerfed, but it's not enough because she still does what she's really good at, and that is shield slamming the hell out of a Reinhardt, and just it's really annoying, right? Or even just shield slamming anybody. Anyone comes near her, she slams them, whatever. Now, I admit that she should be able to slam people like Tracer or Genji or anybody who gets near her who are playing risky, right? Because she does counter those heroes. Tanks, on the other hand, and Reinhardt, and this is why I really like this change, is she should not, this small Swedish lady should not be walking up to a massive German main front tank guy with a big barrier and then just clicking on him and stopping him doing his job. That is ridiculous, like utterly ridiculous, and that shouldn't happen. So that's why this change is good. Now, on the other hand, Brigitte players are like, well, this is kind of frustrating, right? We're used to doing this with Brig. We won't be able to do it now. Is that going to be a problem? Is this going to make Brig useless? Well, no. Brig is still going to be very effective. If you look at the World Cup games, a lot of teams run a variation of a team composition called GOATs. Now, the reason why this is called GOATs is GOATs was the team that came up with it. It's a triple tank, triple support lineup. And there are little variations you can do with this. UK are famous for doing DOTS, which is the dive version of GOATs. So you take Winston and Hammond instead of like a Reinhardt and a Zarya, for example. So you're more mobile and you can get into the back line quicker. But the whole idea of this comp is built around Brigitte, because Brig sets up all of the engages most of the time. One of the reasons why the UK was very successful is we understood this very early. We had two players from British Hurricane who were very good at this in Kib and Fusion. So Fusion's main tank, Kib the Brig player, they have been working for months and months and months on timings for slams and shatters or slams and charges, shield bashes and engages, all of this stuff. They've been working on that to death. So they're very, very good at doing this. We could walk forward and we could basically outplay teams because we had that level of synergy. The thing is, though, Brig won't be able to do that anymore. So what will that do to the game? Well, I think it will make the game more interesting because it means that tanks actually become tanks. Because what it will do is it will force DPS into the game, or at least tank-busting tanks like Roadhog. And Roadhog has just been buffed on the live servers, so we probably will see more Roadhog. But it will mean that there will be a decision to be made here. Do you burn down the barrier? You can no longer just ignore the barrier. Now, shield slamming a Winston isn't as effective as shield slamming a Reinhardt. Now, Winston could often drop his bubble down anyway, and then if you slammed him, hey, his bubble's still there. But Winston's not the frontline tank. Winston you don't typically see with these heavy tank slow push GOATs comps because you're looking at the Reinhardt working with the Brig. And then all the game comes down to is your Reinhardt versus their Reinhardt, but actually it's their Brig versus your Brig. Which Brig is going to slam faster and cause your Reinhardt to get the advantage. That's literally it. It's not a very good gameplay mechanic. And I want to end this video on this. A lot of people have been, like I said, discussing the Brig being deleted. But Brig actually changed the game in a good way. However, could that have been done in a different way? This is the big question we need to ask Blizzard, because introducing Brig did one thing. It shut down dive. Dive was used everywhere. For literally the first 2 years of Overwatch, everybody ran dive comp. There were some tank comps, but mainly it was straight up dive. So Winston, Genji, Tracer, Diva, Lucio, Mercy, basically it was dive, right? Fast moving heroes that could get straight in and do the damage. How do you stop that? How do you stop a hero instantly getting deleted from the game? Anna was a terrible healer for a while because you just would delete Anna. If you jumped onto her, she was dead, right? We don't need an Anna, she's bad. We can't use the Anna. Like Zen would suffer from being instantly deleted literally all the time in dive. But the reason why he was used is because he's got Discord Orb, which is mega good. Also, as well, he's got Transcendence. But anyway, that's kind of going off on a tangent. But Brig comes in, changes that playstyle, introduces a load of different playstyles, and you can't argue that Overwatch is in a pretty good place right now. A lot of different healers, a lot of different tanks, different team comps can be used. But there is there's two common denominators. So two things which are used all the time. This is Diva, but we'll get onto Diva in a different video, not this one. This will be here all day. And then there's Brig. Just because of how effective Brig is and how you don't actually have to be that good to be really effective with Brig. Because you've got a 500 HP barrier. You're actually quite tanky yourself anyway. You can stun people. You can instantly give people armor and heal them. By the way, that stun on... actually, I think I might have edited a bit out of this video, but there is a stun on the a Deadeye McCree, which is just glorious, ladies and gentlemen, in every single way. But yeah, like Brig, the Brig issue, could it have been solved in a different way? Their issue now is they need to look at the hero to make her less oppressive. She's very easy to play. She's very high reward for not that much... let's say specialization. If you look at Ashe, you're going to have to be a really good player with Ashe to be effective with her. It's not like Brig where you can just pick the Brig and it's like, okay, I've picked Brig, what are you going to do? See, Brig does other things as well. When the enemy team, when your team doesn't have a Brig and then you pick a Brig, it forces the enemy to change. If they don't and they still keep running Genji and Tracer and whatever, and a Reinhardt, which you can just stun the crap out of because, well, they can't stop you, then they'll lose just because you picked Brig. There is a saying going around where it's it's an easy free win. It will literally be a free win if you pick up a Brig. See there as well? Like again, maybe I've screwed up the editing here when I've gone back and edited this, but I get stunned as Reinhardt using Earth Shatter. Yeah, I'm about to use Earth Shatter and she just pings me. She comes out of nowhere and pings me. That stuff is super frustrating. It's like that. It's so annoying. I mean, that'll still be in the game when these changes come through because she's still going to be able to like interrupt abilities, but she won't be able to bash through your barrier. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, guys. I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. Tanking in Overwatch is a thankless task, but I do want to say that if you are a main tank, then, thank you. Thank you for playing Overwatch as a tank. I've done this enough myself to know what it's like. I know that a lot of the time you can be blamed for things which are not your fault, especially in the current climate of the game where a lot of, stuns are just coming in from nowhere. You're getting punched by Doomfist, bashed by Brig. That's kind of the way it is. Hopefully this will change, and I hope that it changes before Season 2 of Overwatch League, because I don't want to see just massive, heavy Brig comps everywhere, because I don't think that'll be great for the game. It's not great for the viewer either. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.